Hey, hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. I am unbelievably excited for this video. So if you're new here, you won't know this, but Nomad recently invited me to be a part of their PR program. So they send me the new palettes when they're released. And mine came in yesterday. So I'm filming with it today and we're putting this video up and I'm so excited. So I was thinking, okay, let me just show you what the box looks like real quick. So this is the outer packaging, absolutely stunning, and it mimics what the palette itself looks like. This one opens from the center like that. It's so cool. And I will quickly show you what the shades look like. I know you've probably already seen this, but oh, can I do it? That is what the palette looks like. I am super excited. I have not even touched this yet. I haven't swatched it. I've done nothing. So you're getting this in real time along with me. So I was thinking I would insert swatches here while I yammer a bit about what this palette is about and all the things. So this is the postcard that came with the palette. Now, Nomad, the marketing on this, unbelievable. And you're gonna see why in a minute, because it's just literally the coolest thing I've ever seen from an eyeshadow palette, brand, makeup brand, anything, period. The most impressive. So the destination is Verona, Italy, and this is the Nomad and Verona Love and Death palette and singles. The destination, made famous by the story of Romeo and Juliet, Verona, with its picturesque piazzas, charming cafes, and immaculate architecture, is the perfect setting for any love story. Historic city with youthful energy, it is an enchanting place to visit during Valentine's season, as odes to the star-crossed lovers are on full display. Follow the story from Juliet's balcony in the house of Romeo to the tomb where the tragedy unfolds, all the while enjoying the city's amorous gems along the way. The palette, fiery love and sorrowful death. Love blossoms on the left with the pink blushes and rich roses turning into intense reds and scarlets of passionate love. Death consumes the right with cool tones of woeful grays, tragic blues, deep violets, and the completeness of black. 12 mattes and 6 shimmers. The cause for this launch is the World Wildlife Fund that protects all animals, including lovebirds. I mean, come on. How freaking cool is that? So hopefully I've inserted the swatches and you know what I'm talking about. Now, the part that absolutely blew my mind, aside from the color story, which I love makeup. I love all the colors, all the eyeshadows. I love all the things. But included in this, I opened it and I was like, what the frilly heck? There are 2 envelopes and a card. Let me read you what the card says. Juliet Club, Verona. There is a place in Verona where people who suffer can leave a message to ask Juliet for help. Letters to Juliet. Tell your love story or ask for advice from Juliet and receive a reply from the most famous heroine in literature. Instructions. 1. Write your letter to Juliet on the side of this card. 2. Enclose this card in the included envelope addressed to Juliet in Verona and write your return address on the envelope. Enclose the envelope to Juliet in the included prepaid envelope addressed to us, Nomad Cosmetics. 4. Drop off the prepaid envelope in any U.S. Postal Service mailbox. 5. Upon receiving it, we will mail your envelope internationally to Juliet in Verona. 6. Wait patiently and you'll receive a reply of love advice from the heroine. You can find more information about the Juliet Club in Verona at www.julietclub.com. How absolutely amazing. It's a whole thing. It's like an interactive experience that you can just like be a part of. I can't say enough good things about Nomad. If you've seen any of my videos, you know I'm a huge fan. which is why Felicia asked if I wanted to receive PR from them for 2023. They try to send their product to smaller YouTube channels like mine because they started out little too. And you know, Felicia says they're not a big brand, and I guess they're not, but to me, they're huge, they're amazing. The people, the brand, what they do, I just can't say enough good things. So we have this beautiful palette, which I'm so excited to play with. I just think it's going to be so much fun. So I'm going to stop yammering and just all about my love for Nomad. I'm going to put on some shadow shields, zoom you in, and we're going to do a look real quick. All right, we're all zoomed in, and I have my brand new shadow shields on my eyes. I'm going to go into... I think I'm going to use the red side first. Oh. And I'm going to go into this shade right here called Love. And I'm going to use that on the outer portion of my lid and up into my crease a little bit. I'm going to try to be very careful so as to not get a bunch of fallout since my face is done. You can tell I've already primed my eyes. I used the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base, which is the one I have found works best with the Nomad formula. However, someone just told me that the Milani eye primer works really well too. So I actually ordered it. It just hasn't come in yet. So when it does come in, I'm excited to do a bit of a comparison and see if I find that to be the case as well. So I'm just going to get this on my left eye, same as my right, and I will come right back and we'll move on to the next shade in this palette. I cleaned off my brush on my handy dandy towel, and I think I want to go into Balcony next. A lot of times when I do a red look, I want it to be red, and I don't want any pink to be a part of it. But this palette screams mix the pink and the purple, or the pink and the reds together. So that's what we're doing. Who am I to object to what a palette is telling me to do? You don't have to. It's not your real dad. You don't have to listen. But for today's video, I'm gonna listen. I think it's fun. And I think maybe a lot of us kind of more regular people would do what the palette steers us towards doing. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not an artist of any kind. I have zero creative ability. So why not do what the palette suggests? So pretty. Look at that. 2 shades blended beautifully. Literally no complaints. I love Nomad. Oh my God, I do. And I don't use the L word lightly. So I think I might keep this look a little bit on the more simple side. So let's call that the crease and transition area done. And let's go in with 2 shimmers. I really am drawn to this shade right here called Comedy, of course. And I think for the pink, I want to go with Romeo right there. And then I suspect we will dip into the Death side for some depth and the lower lash line. So I'm going to take my Rephr 21, which is what I always use, and I'm going to go into Comedy first. I haven't even touched these yet, so... Oh. Okay, just dry for starters. And we're going to put that right on the middle. That's cute, but... you know me, I'm gonna wet it. I use just whatever random setting spray. I'm currently using MAC Fix Plus. I had been using an ABH one. This comes across a lot more pink than red, but I think it's building up to be a bit more red. Either way, that is absolutely beautiful. If you stay until the end, I will zoom in and show you what it looks like up close. I usually do that. The embossing on this palette is so pretty. Holy moly. I'm horrible at guessing names. I had no idea where this palette was from. I had no idea anything about it. I wasn't one of those girls who thought Romeo and Juliet was sweet. I thought it was dumb. Like, dude, get your shiz together. But that's just me. I was born old, cranky lady. The gold reflect in that eyeshadow is absolutely gorgeous. Just gonna clean my brush off really quickly, and I'm gonna go into Romeo on the other side. Again, let's try it dry first. Not everyone likes to wet their eyeshadows. You could even use a shimmer something. What's it? NYX glitter glue. It's called a glitter glue. That was painful. All right, into Romeo with a wet brush. That did not sound good. Ooh, that's really smooth, really pretty, very metallic. I don't know if you can hear the ruckus happening in my house, but we have 3 grandbabies over today, and it's time for breakfast, so it's about to get very quiet in here. I love them. I love hearing them. I love everything about having them here. And I did warn them, if they come in, they're gonna end up on my video. Which I'm surprised I haven't been in here for that reason. All right, look at that. I have no fallout, and I was being a little bit careful, which I don't normally do, but so we used 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 9 shades on the left side of the palette. Now, let's go into the death side. This is going to give you a completely different look, but I think I want to take the dark blue called Poison and use that to deepen up the outer corner and maybe even on my lower lash line. I think that could be really cool. So I really like deepening up the outer bits of my eye. So just a tiny bit on the same brush. And you can do this with blue, you can do it with black, literally anything. You're gonna use such a tiny amount and blend it. It's just going to add darkness without really changing. I mean, it's gonna change the color, obviously, but you're not like making it blue. So I'm just gonna blend that out. To the other eye, I'm gonna use the same blue on the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna do some mascara and eyeliner. And then I will come back and show you the final look, and we can talk about my initial thoughts and how I'm feeling so far. Okay, there we go. That's the look done and dusted. Let me zoom you in for an up close at the eyes. So I took that blue eyeshadow along my lower lash line, and then I used a bit of this shade right here called Paradise on the inner portion of my lower lash line. And I think it looks really pretty. Very simple look, not complicated at all. So let me fix my hairs, zoom you out, and we can talk about what I think initially about this palette. I'm sure you won't be surprised to hear that I do genuinely love what I've tried so far. It was very easy. I didn't edit out any of the blending or putting on of the eyeshadows. That's just how easy it was. I am definitely excited to play with this eyeshadow palette more. I think it is beautiful. I think it is incredibly versatile. I think you're going to be able to get a bunch of different looks from one palette. The shimmer shades seem older lid friendly, which is incredibly nice when you're my age. So yeah, I never ever think to say this, but I do have a code with Nomad, hence the PR. It's Jan, all caps. It'll save you 10% on your purchase of anything on the Nomad site. So yeah, for sure, use somebody's code. It doesn't affect me at all. It's literally just for you to get 10% off, which comes down to shipping. So fine, whatever, you know, every little bit helps, right? And 10% is better than nothing. So I'm really interested in what you think of this new launch from Nomad. Do you have much from Nomad? Do you want to try some from Nomad? All the things. I really like talking with you in the comment section, especially when it's something I genuinely love as much as I love the brand Nomad. I mean, just top notch for me. So, all right, I'm going to stop yammering, and I hope that you like this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Be good, and remember to be kind to you.